different, or are they? We are going to discover this in the story. Let's read it out. When we see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga'S Marriage. Why not Ranganathan Vivah or Ranganath Vijay? Whenever Hindi words come in between Indian stories, pronounce them as Hindi. Okay? Don't pronounce them as English. Well, yes, I know I could have used some other mouth-filling. Mouth-filling is something heavy sounding, one like Jagannath Vijay or Girja Kalyan. But then this is not about Jagannath's victory or Girja's wedding. It's about our own Ranga's marriage. Hence, no fancy title. Hosahalli is our village. So the narrator as well as Ranga, both of them belong to same village, Hosahalli in Mysore. You must have heard of it, no? What a pity. But it is not your fault. There is no mention of it in any geography book or those sahibs in England writing in English probably do not know that such a place exists. So many make no mention of it. No? Nobody might have heard of it. Our own people too forget about it. This is a very sarcastic remark on the condition of their village. You know how it is. They are like a flock of sheep. One sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follow it. So they are or blindly following one after another. When the sahibs in England, this story is set in long back, when there were British people who were ruling in India, colonial era was there. Our own geographer have not referred to it. You cannot expect the poor cartographer. Who are the cartographers? They are the poor people who draws and makes a map. To remember to put it on the map, can you? And so there is not even shadow of a village on any map. Sorry, I started somewhere, then went off in another direction. He's confessional in his tone that I was talking about Ranga's wedding and now started talking about Hosahalli. If the state of Mysore is to the Bharatvarsh, what the sweet kari gandabu, that is a sweet dish, is to the festive meal, then Hosahalli is to Mysore. This is what now been compared, that Kadikaru, India, if in the Bharatvarsh, like if we compare that to any sweet in the festival, that will be Kari Gadabu. And similarly for Mysore, Hosahalli is very renowned place in that state. What the filling is to the Karidabu, what I have said is absolutely true. Believe me, I will not object to your questioning it, but I will stick to my opinion. I am not only one who speaks glowingly of Hosahalli. We have a doctor in our place, quite a few places. His name is Ganda Bhatta. These are Kannada names. He agrees with me. He has been to quite a few places. Not England. If anyone asks him whether he has been there, he says, no, Ananya. No, Anya. That is, a way of referring to somebody elderly. I have left that to you running around like flea-pestered dog. Is not for me. Now, flea-pestered dog is, the flies, they irritate the dog, the insects. I have seen a few places in my time, though. As a matter of fact, he has seen many. We have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us, and I will give you raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it, just take a bit. The savourness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandhara. Brahmarandhara? What is Brahmarandhara? Brahmarandhara is soft palate. No, Brahmarandhara is a part of child's head where skull bones join, and it is used for idiomatic expression to convey the extreme potency of sourness. No? It is so, it will go straight to your Brahmarandhara. I once took one such fruit home. A chutney was made out of it. All of us ate it. The cough we suffered from. After that, it was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. He is making fun of the kind of fruit they get in their locality. Just as the mango is special, so is everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. Its flowers are a feast to behold. Get 2 leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. So they were quite big to serve your meal. You will say, I'm rambling, I'm beating in the bush, I'm going gaga about my place. It is always like that when the subject of our village comes up. But enough. If any one of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. I will let you know where Hosahalli is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know the place is to visit it. Don't you agree? When I am going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. We did not have many people who knew English. Now from here the story starts. Up till now what we were reading was all about village. First thing he stated about that those mangoes, they were very, they were known for their sourness, and then the creeper which was born, broad enough to be serving the meal in the houses. We did not have many people who knew English then. Our village accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. It is different now. There are many who know English. During the holidays, you come across them on every street talking in English. Those days we did not speak in English, nor did we bring in English words while talking in Kannada. What has happened in disgraceful, believe me. The other day I was in Rama's house when they brought a bundle of firewood. Rama's son came to pay for it. He asked the women, "How much should I give you?" 4 pies, she said. The boy told her he did not have any change. Which word he has used? Change, which was in English, and the lady who was selling the wood could not understand that. Asked her to come to the next morning. The poor woman did not understand English word change and went away muttering to herself. I too did not know. Later, When I went to Ranga's house and asked him, I understood what it meant. See, you understand now which phase of time we are talking about, no? Somewhere around independence time. The priceless commodity, the English language. He is now glorifying English language and the value of English, what they think, was not so widespread in our village as decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorsteps announcing, their accountant son has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his study is there. It seems, said, and come, Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here. So, see, he said, there is no performing monkey here. A boy, a fellow without any brains said, loud enough for everyone to hear, what are you doing here then? A youngster, immature, without any manners, thinking that all these things were now of the past, I kept quiet. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the place would have been turned into what people call black hole of Calcutta. Thank God. No, thank God it didn't. It did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago when he had first left our village. And an old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest and looked into his eyes, said, the Janeu, no? Janevara is Janeu or sacred thread, is still there. He hasn't lost his caste. No, they were so much in the fix. They know he is stuck to the traditions or no rituals. He was wearing Janeva or Janeu, which is still intact in his body. She went away soon after that, and Ranga laughed. Once they realized that Ranga still had the same hands, eyes, legs, eyes, nose, the crowd melt away like a lump of sugar in the child's mouth. I continued to stand there. After everyone had gone, I asked, how are you, Rangappa? Is everything well with you? It was only then that Ranga noticed me. He came near me and did namaskara respectfully. He touched his feet. And I am all right with your blessings. This humbleness what attracted the writer. I must draw your attention to this aspect of Ranga's character. He knew it would be to his advantage to talk to someone and rightly assessed people's worth. As for his namaskara to me, he did not do it like any present day boy with his head up and towards the sun and standing stiff like a pole without joints and jerking his body as if it was either a wand or a walking stick. Nor did he merely fold his hand. He bent low to touch my feet. May you get married soon, I said, blessing him. After exchanging a few pleasantries, I left. Pleasantries are conversation, light-hearted conversation. That afternoon when I was resting, Ranga came to my house with a couple of oranges in his hand. A generous, considerate fellow. It would be a fine thing to have him marry, settle down, and be of the service of the society, I thought. For a while we talked about this and that. Then I came to the point. Rangappa, when do you plan to get married? I'm not going to get married now, he said. Why not? I need to find the right girl. I know an officer who got married only 20, only 6 months ago. He was about 30. His wife is 25. I'm told they will be able to talk lovingly to each other. Let's say I married a girl, young girl, and she may take my words spoken in love as the words spoken in anger. Recently, a troupe or a group in the Bangalore staged the play Shakuntala, and there is no question of Dushyant falling in love with Shakuntala if she were young, like the present day brides is there. What would have happened to Kalidas' play if one gets married and it should be to a girl who is mature? Otherwise, one should remain a bachelor. That's why I am not marrying now. So he has a different ideology about getting married. Although in the village they used to get married early, but in the cities he has seen his mindset has been broadened, and he think that it should be not a child marriage, but when you are mature, then only the marriage should take place. Is there any other reason a man should marry a girl he admires? What we have now are arranged marriages. How can one admire a girl with the milk stains on one side of her face and wetness on the other, or so young that she doesn't even know how to bite her fingers? No, what they are so young when they get married. This is what the custom in their village. One a neem fruit, the other a bitter gourd. So he's saying, so both are very dangerous. Marrying in a mature age can be also fatal, and in the young age also. I was distressed that the boy who I thought would make a good husband had decided to remain bachelor. After chatting for a little longer, Ranga left. I made up my mind right then that I would get him married. Ramarao's niece, a pretty girl of 11, had come to stay with him. She was from a big town, so she knew how to play veena and harmonium. She also had a sweet voice. Both her parents had died. Her uncle had brought her home. Ranga was just boy for her, and she the most suitable bride for him. Since I was a frequent visitor to Ramarao's place, the girl was quite free with me. I completely forgot to mention her name Ratna. It was. The very next morning I went to their house and told Ramarao's wife, I will send some buttermilk for you. Ask Ratna to fetch it, to bring it. Ratna came. It was Friday, so she was wearing a grand sari. I told her to sit in my room, requested her to sing a song. I sent for Ranga. While she was singing the song Krishnamurti in front of my eyes, Ranga reached the door. I stopped at the threshold. He did not want the singing to stop, but was curious to see the singer. Carefully he peeped in. The light coming into the room was blocked. Ratna looked up, seeing the stranger there, abruptly stopped. No, suddenly stopped. What does abruptly means? Suddenly stopped. Suppose you buy the best quality mango, you can eat it slowly, savoring its peel before biting into the juicy flesh. You do not want to waste any part of it. Before you take another bite, the fruit slips out of your hand and falls to the ground. How do you feel? Ranga's face showed the same disappointment when the singing stopped. You sent for me? He asked as he came in and sat on the chair. Ratna stood at the distance, her head lowered. Ranga repeatedly glanced at her. Once our eyes met. He looked very embarrassed. No one spoke for a long while. This kind of embarrassing situation they all were. No, he was infatuated or attracted by her, and the narrator was in the mood to set him on the right track and give him a lesson also. You will discover that in the story. It was my coming in that spotted sorry it was my coming in that stopped the singing. Let me leave. Words, mere words. The fellow said he would leave, but did not make a move. How can one expect the words to match action in these days, Kali Yuga? Now, these are the kind of remarks made by the writer. Ratna ran inside, overcome by shyness. After a while, Ranga asked, "Who is that girl, Swami? Who is that inside?" The lion wanted to know. The lion wanted to know that goat who had taken shelter in the temple replied, "Does it matter who I am? Sorry. Does it matter who I am? I am a poor animal who has already eaten 9 lions. I have vowed to eat one more. Tell me, are you male or female?" The lion fled the place in fear, it seems. Now, there are certain connotation made by him that he is considering one as a lion and one as a prey. That means goat. Okay? Like he goat, I said. What does it matter to either of us? Who is she? I am already married. You aren't marrying kind. Now, he very openly stated that you don't want to marry and I'm already married. So what is the use of asking whether she is married or not? Very hopefully he said, "She isn't married then." His voice did not betray his excitement, but I knew it was there. Who asked she isn't married then? So Ranga asked that. But what was the reply? He lied. Who lied? The narrator lied to him. She was married a year ago. His face shriveled, shrunken, withered or wrinkled like a roasted brinjal. After a while, Ranga, it's to say, "I must go, I have a work at home." I went to a Shastri and the next morning and told him, "Keep everything ready to read the stars. I will come later." I tutored him. I trained him, taught him what to say and what not to say to Ranga. In all that I wanted him to say, I found no change in Ranga when I met him that afternoon. What's the matter? You seem to lost in the thought." I said, Nothing wrong. Believe me, headache come. Let's go. Nothing wrong. Believe me, headache come. Let's go and see a doctor." "I have no headache. I'm myself, usual self. I went through the same thing when the process of choosing a girl for me was going on." No, this is what happens with any bachelor who is looking for a girl. But I don't think that could be a reason for your present condition. Ranga stared at me. "Come, let's go. See, let's go and see Shastri," I suggested. "We will find out whether Guru or Shani was favorable." So, such kind of horoscope and what kind of time and situation going on, all rushed to those pundits. Many Indians do this. No, Ranga accompanied me without any protest. As soon as Shastri saw me, he exclaimed, "What a surprise, Shyama!" So what is his name? What is he locally known as? Shyama. Okay. The narrator's name is Shyama. "Haven't seen you for a long time." Shyama is none other than your servant, the narrator of this tale. I got angry and shouted, What? Only this morning, Shastri completed my sentence. You finish all your work, are now free to visit me? Had he not done so, I would have ruined our plan by now bursting like grains that are kept in the sun to dry. I was extremely careful of what I said afterwards. Shastri returned to Ranga. When did the young son of our accountant clerk come home? What uh, what can I do for him? It's very rarely that he visits us. Take take out your paraphernalia. That they are all those equipments, things by through which he matches the horoscopes and sees the time. Our Rangappa seems to have something on his mind. Can you tell us what's worrying him? Shall we put your science of astrology to the test? There was authority in my voice as I spoke to Shastri. He took out 2 sheets of paper, some coveries, some coveries are some kind of things which are used for astrology, a book of palm yard, paper made of the leaves, saying is an ancient science. Aya. There is a story to it, but I won't tell you the story now. This is now Hari Katha. Hari Katha is a story of God, which allows you to tell a story within a story. You may get bored. I will tell it to you some other time. Shastri moved his lips fast as he counted on his fingers and then asked, "What's your star?" Ranga didn't know. Never mind. Shastri indicated with a shake of his head. He did some more calculations before saying in serious tone, "It's about a girl." I have been controlling my laughter all this while, but now busting out laughing, I turned to Ranga. Exactly what I had said. Who is the girl? It was your humble servant you asked the question. Shastri thought for a while before replying. She probably has the name of something found in ocean. Kamla maybe caused in it to be a pachachi moss, or must be the moss. If it is not Kamla, why not pearl or ratna, precious stones? Ratna? The girl in the Ramarao's house is Ratna? Tell me, is there any chance of a negotiation bearing fruit? Now he came straight to the point. Now, can we talk about marriage now? Definitely, he said after thinking for some time. There was surprise on Ranga's face and some happiness. I noticed it. But that girl is married, I said. Then I turned to him. His face had fallen. I don't know at all. There may be some other girl who is suitable. I only told you what our Shastra indicated, Shastri said. We left the place. On the way we passed by Ramarao's house. Ratna was standing at the door. I went in alone and came out in a minute later, surprisingly. This girl isn't married, it seems. Someone told me the other day that she was. What Shastri told us, and now he is brushing up his lie. He is covering up his lie. What Shastri told us has turned out to be a true after all. But Rangappa, I can't believe that you have been thinking of her. Swear on the name of Madhavacharya. Tell me, is it true what Shastri said? No, Madhavacharya is a exponent of Vedic philosophy from the South India. I don't know whether anyone else would have been directed. Ranga admitted There is a greater truth in the Shastra than we imagine. What he said is absolutely true. Now, when you things come true, then you try to advocate those things. And he said, I believe those Shastras more than I can imagine. From here, although he was, a tutor, Shastriji was tutor, he was told what to do and what to say and what to not to say. He was made to speak the words parroted by narrator, but then also his faith stuck there. Shastri was at the well, and when I went there that evening, I said, so, Shastri Gale, you repeated everything I had taught to you without giving rise to any suspicion. What a marvelous Shastra yours is. Now, he is now again taunting or making a sarcastic remark that what kind of Shastra you have. He didn't like it at all. What are you saying? What you said to me was what I could have found out myself from Shastra. Don't forget, I developed on the hints you had given me. Tell me, is this what a decent man says? Rangappa had come the other day to invite for me for the dinner. Now there is some span of time passed on, and we are continuing the story. After a little while, after some time after their marriage has happened. What's the occasion? I asked. It's Shyama's birthday. Who's Shyama? Son of Rangappa and Ratna. Now marriage took place. Everything happened. From now, the story is a span of some time. Then he's continuing the story. I said, I am like a dark piece of oil cake. Why did you have to give the golden child of your such a name? What a childish couple you are, Ratna and you. I know. It is the English custom of naming the child after someone you like. Your wife is 8 months pregnant now, who's there to help your mother to cook. My sister has come with her. I went there for dinner. Shyama rushed to me when I walked in and put his arm around my legs. I kissed him on his cheek and placed a ring on his tiny little finger. That is a gift given on his birthday, on his third birthday. Allow me to take leave of you, reader. I'm always here, ready to serve you. You were not bored, I hope. This is again a closing comment by the narrator. I hope you like the story. Reread it and enjoy the words, and most importantly the phrases used and Indian local flavors being given in the story. Enjoy and relish that.